Alright guys, we're in functions in PHP part 1, so finally getting to the meats and potatoes of programming in general. So it says right here PHP has 700 built-in functions, so there's probably a lot of functions that you won't need to write to get what you need to do. So use index.php to tab to write your own code. Get the length. How do we use that? Use an example above. Get the length of your own name as I did for mine, print it to the screen. Okay, so I wasn't sure what he meant by the index.php tab to write your own code, but it looks like we're gonna create a variable called length, and we're gonna set it equal to strlen is the built-in function, and we're gonna say Dylan, and then we want to echo it to the screen. So in this case, we can just use print length, and it's already in the PHP and prints a built-in function as well. So let's look over an example. There's substring here, substring function, which will get us part of our string, uppercase, and then there's a lowercase as well. Alright, so you get a partial string from your own name and print it to the string. Alright, so let's create a variable name equals Dylan. Oops. We want to get a partial string, so if you remember beforehand, we'll just call it partial. Doesn't matter what we call it. Partial equals, and let's go back up to the substring function. So it goes variable, then index. Imagine this as each position, or each position of the string. In this case, their case, David. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go to there. So you want to go one past, so it will not count the last one. So this is substring sub str, and then we're going to use the name, comma, and we're going to start at 0, and we'll just go to 3, so we should get dyl, and then we want to print partial, and let's see, make your name uppercase, so uppercase strt upper, so string upper, so we'll just say upper equals strt upper, and then we'll pass in our name variable, and then we will echo, or rather print upper. And then last but not least, we will make it lowercase. So we will create something called lower variable, and we'll set it equal to strto lower, string to lower, and string to upper. Oops, I got the O there. There we go. And we're going to call the name variable. Now we could have just kept on inputting the string again and again, but it seems smarter to just create a variable, or better rather, create a variable, and then we're just going to print lower, and so it should work now. Alright, let's copy our code in case we lose it. So you can see it right here, dyl, Dylan, and then Dylan. So we'll save and submit. Everything works nicely. And this next function, it is built-in functions. We're going to see string position, passing your name as a haystack and letter from your name as a needle. Alright, so we're going to call str. We're going to create a name again. Name equals Dylan. And then we're going to create a so we're going to set it equals str position. And in here we're going to call our name. And we need to include what we are looking for in here. And I'm not sure if it's case sensitive. Let's see if it says anything in here. Doesn't look to say anything about being case sensitive. But we'll worry about that later. So we'll look for y in this case. And then we want to print out, print our own name. Okay. And we also want to do what? On line 13. 13. We want to run if this does something. Print. We want it to print error. Alright, and then the if statement. So str. So if we'll just do it like this. Our position is equal to false. Print error. So I believe that should work. Your first str call should output a number. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. So, if our position this is getting the position. Oh, maybe you wanted us to print out our position. You should print out a useful error message for the filled string. Alright, so in this case we're saying sorry, comma, no, y in Dylan. Alright, so we're going to go to the forums, because I'm not quite sure why we're having issues here. We were on 3 of 8, so let's see. Let's see here. So in this case, it looks like it wants our if statement to be done a certain way. So we're going to say if str position name. We'll do it this way. Dylan, comma, and we'll just put a Z. You should print out a useful error message. Alright, so we're still struggling with this. Let's go. Let's see here. So let's see. Print out the position of the letter that is your own name. Alright, so never mind, I fixed it already. I reset code. Forgot this. Here's the working code. Alright, let's reset the code. So, print out the position of the letter that's in your own name. So we're going to print, and we're going to do str position, and we're going to do Dylan, and we're going to do n. That should print out the position of my name, of that n in my name, and then we're going to write an if statement that if str position of Dylan. We're going to change this to lowercase in case for some reason there's an issue. Dylan, comma, n is equal to false. We want it to print an error message. That says there is no source. We'll just copy their example, sorry, comma, no n in Dylan. End it with a semicolon. Messed up here. We're going to refresh this because this should be working. Should try and print out a useful error message. So let's see what's going on here. You should print out a useful error message for the fail the string position call. I did. One second, just to fix it. Yeah, there's nothing to do with it. Oh, maybe they want us to put a number in here that, or letters. Okay, so they wanted it to fail. That's silly on my part. So, make sure it fails, I guess. Alright, next we're going to be looking at the math functions. So we'll say num equals 4.5, and then we want to round it, so we'll round num. We also want to print it, so print round.num. Alright, so try rounding floating point number to 3 decimal places and print it to the screen. So we'll create num2. We'll set that equal to 4.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something 1. And then we want to round it. So we want to round it, our num2. And then we want to do it to 3 decimal places. So we'll put in 3. And don't forget that we want to print this as well. And there it goes. You can see the output up here. Nice. Alright, so more math functions. Use the editor to print a random number. So print rand. So that's a random number. Create a new variable name and store your name in it. So create a variable name. And then print a random character from your name. Use your knowledge of string length, rand min, max, and substring to get this. Okay, so let's do this. We want to print a random variable of our name, right? So we know the starting index point is 0, and we also know that str length, what was it? No, str len will give us the length of our name variable. And then, so this will print random number between here and here. And then, let's see here. So str len, str substring. Alright, so this will give us our, let's create a variable from this actually. So letter equals that. And then from here we need to take a letter and print sub str, the substring, and I'm trying alright, so we got to print the substring letter, and then we have to print subs up to letter plus 1. need to do -1 there. Do +1 here. Nope. Oh, okay. So we forgot the put in our name here and our position. So name, take our variable where we want to start and where we want to end, and that should give us our D there. Okay, just a good example of integrating all our little functions together. All right, create an array and push 5 elements onto it. So let's create an array games, and we'll set that equal to an array. And then in here we want to call array underscore push, and we need to put our array here. In this case, we want to put Final Fantasy. I'm going to copy over this and paste, just save a little bit of time. We're then going to call Shkoden. Then we are going to add to it another good classic, the fire. Then we're going to add, it's another good classic RPG. I'm not a Dragon Quest fan. Rack the brain. Wild Arms. And array.push. And finally, last but not least, for our RPG games array, we are going to add to it, let's see here, we're going to add, it's got to be a good one. This is a newer one, but it was a very good game, Valkyrie Chronicles. Alright, and now we need to print out the number of elements in the array. So this is going to print out not the array, but the actual size of the array, I believe. So we're just going to call the array games, and you can see right there it prints out 5. On line 6, use array to create an array. So say array equals array. It's probably bad. Habit to create an array called array object. Next, sort the array. So let's add some other in here, just so that we can make sure it's working. Alright, and then to call it, we're going to call sort. And then we call, put the array in there. So that sorts it. Then print out join, comma, the array. Right. So this looks like it's going to put a comma in between the array. So array values. And then in here it was join. So there's that. And then the next thing it asks us is to rsort, which is, I guess, reverse sort. So we're going to rsort our array. And then we are going to join and print the first. Alright, so we'll go print, join, and in this case we'll use a comma, and then we'll do array, and you can see right there, prints it reverse. Cool. So that was our array. Oh, do we have more? We have more. Create an array and push on the names of your family and friends. So in this case we'll just call it name array. This equals array, and we'll leave it empty. We're then going to call array, is it array push? Or array underscore push. And we then put the array in there. Name array. And then we want to put then we'll do it again, array underscore push. And then we'll put name array. We're just going to keep it short. So we'll just put 2 friends in there. Matt. Alright, now it wants us to sort the list. So if you remember, sort, and then we just put the array in there, name array. Don't forget the semicolon, and then we are going to randomly select a name, rand. And that's going to be between 0 and 1. And then I forgot what count does. So randomly select the winner, so rands it between 0 and 1. Then we want to print this is my name array. And so we can get rid of that. So you want to print name array, and we want to do it all in caps. So str upper, str2 upper. And you can see right there, it's all in caps, and it's selected at random. What was count? Alright, so it wants us to use count. So here it is count in the array, or name array, minus 1. Cool. So that was our first section of functions. We're kind of getting into it now. So pretty cool stuff. You're seeing all the things you can do with functions, and they said they have 700 built into here, and we've only seen about 6 or 7, so there's lots more to do. Next session we'll be continuing functions and functions part 2. See you guys next time.